All right, we're back at it. We got our first ever our Smokin takes college football picks here. We got the first week of college football. It's week 0, but we're excited despite that it's the worst fucking slate they could have possibly given us.
We can gamble some money on it.
Exactly. That's the only reason we're excited. You already put one in?
Yeah.
You put a Zen
Nice.
in too?
Nah, fuck. If I want to smoke inside, I fucking
That's a good
smoke a
one.
cigarette, but I can't smoke a cigarette inside. That's sacrilegious right there.
I feel that.
No, I
When
put
you
it
were
back
rehabbing,
on.
you were?
You said what?
When you were rehabbing your knee, you were smoking in there?
Fuck yeah, bro. I couldn't fucking move. Motherfucker still hurts.
Do you want to explain the rules of how the season's going to go?
Yeah, so essentially what we'll do is we'll pick a select amount of games, numbers to be decided. We might just change it each week depending on how many good games there are. We'll make our picks for games based off spread. You get 1 point if you get the spread pick right, and then you can do outright upsets if it's, what are we going, +6 or more?
Yep, I agree with
+6
that.
or more, outright upsets, 3 points. We'll keep track throughout the year. We'll keep track of our record and of points, and then we'll do something for the winner at the end of the year, or something for last place. We'll come up with something.
For sure. I'm down.
All right, so we got 4 shitball games this week to go over. I would assume almost nobody knows like shit about any of these teams except for Florida State, like the average college football watcher. So we'll just, if you got some facts to back up your point, then somebody watching will dick ride you because they definitely don't know shit about these games. Well,
yeah, I put a little bit of reasoning behind each one of my fucking picks.
I did for a couple of my picks, not each one though. We'll kick it off. You can go first, Ruff. We got Montana State at New Mexico. I believe the spread is Montana State 13.5.
Yeah, I got Montana State covering the spread.
All right.
And I don't know how much this is going to translate from year to year, but Montana State won by an average of 18 points a game last year. New Mexico lost by an average of 8 points a game last year. New Mexico State was dog shit. So I kind of continue to. I believe that trend's going to continue with New Mexico.
Solid reasoning. Joe, who you got?
I also have Montana State. So I've always kind of thought the top tier of FCS, so they're number 4 in FCS right now, is always better than like the bottom tier of FBS. And New Mexico's like bottom of the bottom tier. So I think it was a nice little setup game for them. Montana State's damn near cold. They were pretty good last year. They got a coach that's been there for a long time, so I fuck with those programs damn near.
Yeah, I'll keep the streak going. I have Montana State minus 13.5. They lost, I don't remember if it was the semifinal or the final last year to North Dakota State by 1 point overtime. North Dakota State usually beats the shit out of teams like New Mexico. So New Mexico gave up a shit ton of points last year, didn't win a lot of games. I kind of expect them to get their ass beat. But Jamal will save us here so that we don't all have the same pick and it fucks up everything. Jamal will save us. He went New Mexico plus 13.5. He said, sorry ass New Mexico plus 13.5. So he saved us from fucking everything up.
Knows.
Contradictive ass statement right there.
I think it's like the sorry ass FBS will still beat the FCS team. I think that's his mindset. Well, not even beat. Just hang in there. They don't even have to fucking beat them. They just have to stay within 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, bro, 2 touchdowns.
See, but that's one of those that they win by 2 touchdowns, and that's why I'm like 13.5, 6.5, 9.5. Because there's a really good chance that you end up losing by fucking 1 point.
That's why they give it to you. That's why they like those spreads. We'll go to the next one. We'll do SMU at Nevada. Ruff, who you got?
I got SMU minus 26. SMU has 6 offensive starters returning. Nevada has 8 total starters returning, offense and defense. Again, SMU won by an average of 21 last season. Nevada lost by an average of 16 last year. Nevada's been dog shit. Or last year they were dog shit. Think that trend's going to continue with them too.
All right, Joe, on you.
All right, well, great minds think alike. I'm actually pretty bullish on this SMU spread. Obviously, they're going to win. The worry is maybe letting off the gas. So I know Preston Stone's back, but the backup they have played in the AAC Championship Bowl game and their bowl game. He won the AAC Championship. Not bad. SMU's defense was like 12th in yards per game on defense last year. So Now just going to run and kind of keep the score low. And then SMU last year against bad teams, they were 4-1 as a 21 plus point favorite. So just ride the hot hand there. And I'm pretty sure they're returning a lot of people.
Yeah, I'll keep the streak going. I'm going with SMU as well. The last half decade or so, they've been able to just beat the shit out of inferior teams. They've had pretty solid offenses, and I'm going. It's NIL era. I'm figuring there's some Pony Express boosters still hanging around
Hell
there
yeah.
that they can bring somebody in. So
It's
yeah, I think
Texas.
SMU. Yeah, exactly. It's Texas. Jamal he's on board with us. He also has SMU. So SMU to not cover the spread is probably a lock since we all just took them.
Oh yeah.
Yep, probably.
Next we got the late game that probably nobody's going to watch, Delaware State at Hawaii.
I got
Ruff, what you
Delaware
got?
State covering the spread.
Yeah, 40 is
Did
absurd.
you guys get at 40? Okay.
40
I
is
saw
an
39 now.
absolute absurd spread, and Hawaii was not good last year. Hawaii was fucking terrible last year. Hawaii lost by almost 10 points a game last year. Now, granted, Delaware State lost by like 20 points a game last year, but I don't think Delaware is that much worse than Hawaii to lose by 40 fucking points. So I'm going to take Delaware State to cover the spread right there.
Yeah.
Joe?
I actually went Hawaii minus 40. Ugly ass number. Delaware State went 1-10, but Hawaii has a senior quarterback. Fuck it. Give it to me.
Yeah, I'm on the same page. I just figure if you're opening up at home and you're a 40-point favorite against somebody, you better fucking win by 40. Like, that
Better.
was my only logic there.
They weren't good last year, though.
Spread, though.
Oh, yeah, but I told you last year, my logic was last year, if a team is like 40 or more, I have to take them because then they end up, in college football, they end up winning by fucking 60 points, and I'm pissed off I didn't take them at 40. Or they lose. I'd be down for them to lose outright. That'd be kind of cool.
They got that senior receiver, that white boy, he kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Jamal he also took Hawaii minus 40.
All right.
Oh, I was going to tell. Oh, that's for the next game. Jamal has some special picks for this game, too, that he was filling. Nice. So we'll go to our matchup of the week. We got the only semi-decent game for this entire slate. We got Florida State, Georgia Tech in Dublin. Florida State is, I saw it at 10.5. Is that what you guys saw?
That's what I had.
All right. Who you got for this one, Ruff?
I got Georgia Tech to cover the 10.5 point spread. They had a top offense in the ACC last year. Now, granted, their defense does have some holes that need to be filled, but they returned 17 starters last year. Florida State, on the other hand, lost 10 players to the draft and 3 more players in the free agent portion of the however that shit worked last year or this year. I'm thinking that Florida State may start slow, and not that this really translate, but so the game before Georgia Tech's bowl game, they lost to Georgia 31-23, I believe. And then we all know what happened to Florida State in the fucking bowl game with Georgia. Not that, I mean, I know I'm comparing apples to oranges here, but I think that Florida State kind of starts slow, and Georgia Tech returning as many starters as they have, the continuity should kind of be there to where they don't start very slow at all.
So, I know your pick is 10.5, but do you think Georgia Tech wins outright?
I'll leave that for the best bet part of it.
Okay. All right. Joe, what do you think for this one? I'll fuck with that little teaser.
Yeah, a little cliffhanger. If you refer back to last episode, the most overrated team to me was going to be Florida State, so I'm sticking with my guns. I'm going Georgia Tech. As Ruffin said, returning their whole offense, I think one wide receiver and one lineman is all they're not missing. And I love that it's a neutral site, like across the country game. I think that's going to, Florida State's going to start slow just because they lost their whole offense last year. So if you just keep it close to first half, I think we can keep it within 10.5 and it'll cover.
So I went opposite. I took Florida State minus 10.5. I'm a Mike Norvell guy. He's succeeded everywhere. Florida State has won 10-plus games back-to-back years. The first year was basically a fully rebuilt team that he was putting together. I know they returned Jordan Travis. I think DJ is probably more naturally gifted than Jordan Travis, and if they're able to get the most out of him, then DJ will put up decent numbers. And I don't think they'll make him win the game. That was kind of how they hid Jordan Travis. They didn't make him win games. As long as DJ doesn't have to do too much, he won't start throwing 3 or 4 interceptions a game. Georgia Tech also had a good season last year, but they lost 4 games by double digits. So I feel like when they did play Georgia close, they only lost by 8. But for the most part, when they played superior teams, they ended up losing by double digits. In fact, they lost to Bowling Green by double digits last year, so I was keeping that in mind. But I do have some concern for that. I definitely wouldn't call it a lock that they cover 10.5 because, like you said, they have one of the best offenses, and we don't really know what the fuck we're going to see out of Florida State. We have no clue what team is coming out here.
I think that's a great number. 10
Yeah, it is. It's the perfect number to get people to bet on. Jamal Haynes scoring a touchdown and Haynes King scoring a touchdown. I believe they're Georgia Tech's quarterback and running back. I fuck with the Haynes connection there. And he has Georgia Tech plus 10.
Nice.
I fuck with the little touchdown things. I can't do that here. They don't have those. I'm assuming he got that from Bet365, but
They don't have prop bets?
no, they just have the only prop bets that I've seen are like team like Florida State minus 3.5 first quarter, and then like Florida State maybe total yards on offense, but they don't have any player.
Is that because you're in Tennessee or just because?
I think so. I think it's because Tennessee. Because like for the Super Bowl, we didn't get I can't remember what type of bet they used, but like the coin toss or like national anthem or Gatorade novelty bets. That's it. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so that was Jamal. He's plus.
They would make more money off of that shit though.
100%. I don't know why. It's weird. I also I was talking to Joe this morning. I don't know why Bet365 is not here either.
I didn't know they weren't there.
Yeah.
They just got here though, right, Ruffin? Like
into
last year.
Like a year and a half ago.
Oh shit!
They've been here they've been here for a while. I'm a degenerate, bro. I think I got damn near every fucking betting app that's open.
Yeah, I think they were. I think Indiana was one of the main first. I think they were in like 5 states when they started off. I think Indiana was one of the first 5.
Well, and Bet365 was one of them where, bro, I remember fucking one time I told Cayman to download Bet365, and the motherfucker's like, I ain't downloading that Chinese ass app. Until Buddy seen a billboard. He's like, oh, I seen a billboard. That must be a pretty decent app. And now they're fucking everywhere.
I'm feeling, though, with the offshore betting sites, though, they will scam your ass.
I've never tried an offshore betting site, so I don't really know how that shit works.
You just can't ever pull your money out, like, direct deposit. It's always like, you got to pull it out in Bitcoin or, like, get a check or something like that. But I don't mind the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin transfer is kind of smooth because then you just sell your Bitcoin immediately.
And then hope the fucking check gets to you.
Right. That's why I do the Bitcoin instead of check. I'm not waiting 2 months for a check.
I got a check from Bovada still.
Yeah.
Because it's from a Canadian institution and I couldn't cash it.
Yeah, I could never cash out my Bovada. I lost like a couple $100 on there.
Yeah, I gave up too.
All right.
I got a question for so against the spread is 1 point, outright underdogs 3, and then. Well, we should all get an underdog pick, because we all picked.
I was gonna say we should do that each week, but we can't this week because there's only 4 games. Unless you want to take one of these.
No, because
we're all gonna take the same team outright. Yeah, we're all gonna take Georgia Tech at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the best bets were 2. You think, or if you hit your best bet, were 2.
I agree with that. I like that.
Okay.
All right, Ruff. What's your best bet?
I only get 1, don't I?
Yeah. You can tell us other good bets, but we'll just take 1 for the best bet.
One for the record.
Had 3, and I just picked which one's his best bet.
The one that is dedicated to the best bet is the one that gets the points, right?
Correct. Yeah. And that's what's going to be in our squad ride.
Well, so I'm going to give you I don't want my best bet to be in a squad ride because I'm going to...
I was going to say, we can work out the squad ride because there's a good chance that, like, our best bets contradict each other as well. So we can figure out a squad ride.
Squad ride, I want SMU minus 26 in that. But since it's the first game of the season, underdogs are worth 3 points. You motherfuckers may take a fucking favorite, so I'll start it off with Georgia Tech and hope I can get off on the right foot.
Okay.
Outright, not.
What's their money line?
I can't look it up right now. Okay. I want to say I would assume plus 290, plus 300.
I was going to guess it was over 300.
So I don't know if we're talking about best bet, right? Like. The best bet that you think is really going to hit, the one thing that's guaranteed to hit.
Oh, I thought best bet was
And
like what was going towards like our points for the season.
I mean, I guess it is. I mean, it is, but
You
I
get
mean,
what I'm
that
saying?
could,
Because I feel like next week we'll do like an underdog pick, and that's when
yeah,
you give
yeah.
Georgia
Each
Tech.
week we'll
But I
do an
think we're all
underdog
going to
pick.
take
Yeah,
Georgia Tech this week, right? We would all take them. Because that's what I
No,
if
did.
we were doing an
but
underdog, yeah. But he's saying,
Yeah.
I get what Ruffin's saying though, because
I
he's
get what he's
saying
saying. I just
the
trying we're
lock.
on
He
the
just
same
wants to
page.
try to get a lock over on us, like.
yeah, I just want to
Oh,
get a couple points
so
head start.
But I feel
shit,
like
if
the
they
way me
win,
and
you can have
Joe,
5 points, bro. But I ain't putting that in my squad, right?
That's why I
But you
just
can have
said it.
5
yeah,
points.
we can build
Oh,
a
Wait,
squad ride. We can
wait.
build a
okay,
squad
okay.
ride
Hey,
second.
you'll be able to roll this bitch back. Before I started that, I said I want my SMU minus 26 in the squad ride, and then I went
Okay.
to Georgia State for the
So you
best
think?
bet, or Georgia Tech for
Okay.
the best bet.
Okay.
I got you.
Like, I
All
mean, I
right.
would take SMU as the best bet, but that only gives me 1 point. I want to start the season up with a couple
Well, you're
point
only
head.
getting 1 point for the best
You get
bet,
2 points for
regardless,
that.
or
No, you told me that
No,
it'd
you
be
get 2
so.
points for your best
two
bet.
points for the best bet.
Where does the
Yeah.
3 points come in as far as picking an
If you
underdog outright that's over?
That's if you don't take the spread. That's like instead of taking the spread of
That's what I'm
plus
saying. I'm
10
going to
for
take
your
Georgia
pick.
Tech. Yeah.
So that
okay,
would be your
if you
pick
want
for
to,
the game for that game. Then that wouldn't be your lock of the day. Like your pick for that game is Georgia Tech outright instead of Georgia Tech plus
and
10.
that's worth 3 points.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
would get 3 points where we would all get one.
Oh, hold on. Let me back this up now. So each pick that I just gave you is worth a point or 3 points
Yes,
based on how they win.
based on how you pick it. Yes.
Okay. So change mine to Georgia Tech outright, and then I'll put my best bet as SMU minus 26.
There we
Okay,
go.
perfect.
Okay.
That
I'm
makes
There we
sorry.
go.
sense.
I was
No,
really
that's
confused how you guys were doing that.
it's the first episode. We're working out the kinks.
Like, you
Yeah,
guys were
because like
texting
best
it
bet's
earlier,
like
and I wasn't
We
like
made these rules.
processing
We made
how.
these rules an hour ago. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it wasn't really processing for me how it was going. Okay,
yeah. So
now I
each
got
game you'll have the option of doing a spread bet, or you can take the underdog outright to
gotcha.
get
Okay,
3 points.
okay.
yeah.
And then
And
the
then the
best
best,
bet is the 2 additional
It's
points
just your
too.
it's your lock. So like if we all had, I would like for us to have different locks, but like if we all had like a lock that we thought was like really obvious and we somehow ended up on the same thing, then we would all get the same points. Theoretically,
Gotcha.
the best bet, we should damn near all be expecting 2 points from that because we're expecting it to be our lock.
Gotcha.
yeah. And ideally it'd be like minus 110 type shit,
Yeah,
like something
yeah.
that's like really guaranteed. But you could have
Hmm.
something bigger if you really think it's gonna happen.
Right.
But this is
That
like
makes
should
way
be an
more
easy
sense.
2 points. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Because now we can put that parlay in. So what was that? SMU. I got
Minus
DraftKings up. I want to see
26.
what we're working with. Okay, well I'm sticking in the same game. Mine's
They were
SMU
minus
over.
they
Go
were
ahead.
minus 110 is what I was going to say for that to hit earlier, that spread.
It still is minus 110. But yeah, I'm staying in the same game. I'm going SMU over 4.5 points. Again, 4-1 as 21-point favorites. Nevada's bad on defense. I'm assuming they're going to try to run the ball, but SMU's pretty good against that. So I think and last year they ran up scores on people. They
Well,
hover around 35 a lot, but against bad teams, they were putting up like 60 points. So
and that's
I
what.
think
Yeah,
that's a lot.
SMU averages about 35 points a game, and all you need Nevada to do is score touchdowns. Well, I guess you don't need Nevada to score anything, but the more Nevada scores, the more they're going to go out and try to fucking score a little bit more points
Right.
on them. And if you're going
Yeah,
to
I guess.
cover the spread, bro, I don't see you covering a spread 30 to fucking 7 or 30 to fucking 3 or something like that. Like I see like a 56-14 type game or
Mhm.
like a 56-21 type game to cover the fucking spread.
Yeah. I mean, their total's 40.5. The total for the game is 55.5. I don't really see Nevada scoring 15 points. So I think if that total is going to hit, SMU's going to have to put up more than 40.
Which in 2 years ago, Nevada used to have a pretty good team too.
Yeah. It
Like I
was,
don't know what the hell happened with their team.
I would assume their coach left.
Yeah, he went. Who was that quarterback that was there? I don't know. Go ahead, Brent. I'll see if I can find it.
All right. Jamal's lock was similar logic as what you're using, Joe. His lock was over 56.5 for the Hawaii game. I think the logic is if they're a 40-point favorite, if
Over
they
56.5. Hawaii
total
or
the
game total.
game
Okay.
total is 56.5, and you have one team favored by 40. So
You got to put up some fucking points.
I mean, some points have to be
Yeah.
some points have to be scored somewhere.
Yeah.
My lock is shit. Where'd I have it? My lock's Montana State minus 13.5.
I like that.
I think New Mexico's fucking ass. So
Yeah.
So if we do the squad ride, what are we want to go with those picks? I kind of fuck with all those.
I do fuck with that.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
putting it together. You had Montana's 13.5
Yep.
and total over 55.5.
Yep. Or whatever the over under is on that game.
Why
I
is
think
this?
when Jamal sent it to me, it was 56.5. So that's what he
Can you
put it in
not
at.
Can you only parlay? Oh, I don't think it's letting me. I think I got a same game everything on DraftKings.
What you mean same game everything?
Or it won't
For
let me
the
put.
two picks
It's
from
not.
the SMU game.
Yeah, you pull it, or you're up on your phone. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I can't. My phone is my computer, so I can't pull this up right now.
Can you like have a same game parlay and then
Yeah,
two singles outside? Yeah, that's what I
yeah,
thought
you
too.
can do that. And I'll give y'all both one. Or actually, I'll give you two. It's Daytona tonight for the Xfinity Series. Starts at 7:30, 6:30 your time. Joe Graff Jr. Last I checked, he was on the pole before they went and did the top 10 qualifying. He was plus 3,500 pre-qualifying, and Parker Retzloff was plus 4,000 pre-qualifying. Both really good bets. Last year I gave Joe a plus 4,000 bet for Daytona, and Buddy smacked that bitch, and I ain't put no money on it.
Ricky Stenhouse, baby.
Nice.
Yeah, Recky Spithouse, bro.
All right. So
Motherfucker that.
I got.
Okay, it's plus
Oh, my
20.
bad.
Oh wait, sorry.
Plus,
It's
Did you get it out?
I have it
Did you
pulled
get it?
up. The four legs. It's so Montana State minus 13.5. Over under Delaware Hawaii over 55.5. And then do you want me to do over 39.5 or over 40.5 for SMU?
39.
Because it
40
won't
and
give
a
me
half.
39.5 or 40. I did 40.5 right now.
40 and a half.
And SMU, okay.
Yeah,
And SMU minus 26.5.
40 and a
All
half.
that together is plus 695. So that's a solid ass squad ride right there.
I'm throwing on it right now.
All those are
Uh,
minus money, like minus 100, and it only comes up to plus 6 something.
695.
The two picks together for the SMU game are plus 120, minus 110 for the Hawaii game, and minus 112 for Montana State. 687.
Yep, 687. Throwing on it right now.
That's crazy. I threw all my fucking picks in, and all of them were like minus 110 because I picked the spread one way or the other, and that was like fucking plus 1,300. I don't know how you get
Mm,
four minus
I don't know.
100 bets and it only comes up to fucking plus 6 something.
It's a scam, bro. It's a scam.
One of y'all
Yeah, they're
screenshot
taking
it and
money.
send it to me because I don't have a pen and I'm not writing this shit down and I can't put
Okay.
it in right now.
Yep.
I appreciate it. What
I'm
what
throwing
do you
on it
guys think?
too.
DraftKings, right? Because they're the
Mm-hmm.
unsponsored, unofficial partner.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck them though.
I'm gonna bleep that out though, so they're not gonna know who we just said. I'm just
Bro.
gonna bleep that out.
They taking our
What, the
money.
fuck
No,
'em
I'm
or
just kidding. We
the
about to take it.
DraftKings
No, these
part?
are locks damn near.
that
Loki.
part. We're gonna bleep out what sportsbook we're saying every single time.
I like that.
Bro, we should switch it up and say a different name every time so
Yeah,
motherfuckers are
literally.
trying to lip read. They ain't gonna get the shit right.
Oh yeah. No, we're just gonna have a bookie. So this weekend is John the bookie.
Yep.
We taking John shit. All
Yeah,
right, that was pretty.
I threw 10 on it. I got these $50 bets I need to use. I got like 5 free $50 bets. I was thinking about doing that, but
What?
that's kind of aggressive. They had a deposit match,
You should have done it.
so
I
I
threw
put
20 on
1,000.
it.
I put 1,000 in, and they gave me 250 in free bets. And
On
I just
what?
took my
On
1,000
what?
out on the unnamed site that we're using.
Fuck, I didn't know that. I should probably do that. Or do
I
they still have it?
checked McKinsey's, and they didn't have it the same day.
I see. I get them from. I've gotten a lot from the one with the lion on it, and Michael Rubin's dumbass fucking sports book.
Fanatics.
Yeah. Oh, I know we were saying names of all of them.
I'm gonna cut out part of this anyways because I want it to be like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I like that. Um,
We can
you
do an
stop
outro,
recording
though.
if you want. Yeah,
We can
we
do a
can.
little outro. Let's see. We'll go over we'll say our parlay one last time and call it a day. All right, so I'll put everybody's picks up so you can see everybody's on the video, and then we'll also post them on the Twitter. I don't know why I called it the Twitter, but we'll post it on the Twitter. So the squad ride we're going with is Delaware, Hawaii over 55.5, Montana State minus 13.5, SMU over 40.5, just SMU, and SMU minus 27. And that is a lock.
Yep.
So tell that shit because we're about to go on a run this year.
Yep. Put our names by our picks so people can
Mhm.
get on some people if they need to.
Yeah, call us out, please.
Yeah.
We're keeping
Yeah.
track of points and everything too. So
We
fuck
got
you.
thick
You
skin, bro, and it's cool.
don't call us out unless you posted your fucking picks underneath our shit though.